What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and I've been getting so many questions about the free Gauntlet player and what's going to be happening going forward. Obviously, with the new players that are being put out, low ranges of prices, you have so many different options, and many of you guys don't know what you should be doing with these players. Should you keep them in your lineup? Should you trade them in for another player? Well, let's start from the beginning, all right? Everybody should know at this point that the Gauntlet challenges, for the most part, gives you a free player. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna find the Gauntlet here, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna have the option of choosing one of 4 players. Okay, now the 4 players that are available, it all depends on what you want. You know what I'm saying? I chose to go with the middle linebacker because the middle linebacker was one of the players at the time that was really sick, Devin White. Okay, so once you go through all of this and you reach the milestone of the Gauntlet Fantasy Pack, you'll be able to choose one of those players. Now, Ray Lewis is extremely cheap, so that put me into a situation where it's like, I can't have Devin White out there because Ray Lewis honestly plays a lot better. So if you're working on your team and we know that the game is run-based, you're gonna need the better player out there for the run game. Now, Devin White has been demoted all the way down to number 4, but that's not because he just sucks. It's because, again, Pat Willis, in my opinion, is better, okay, where he's powered up to. Even though, like right now, you see the way that this is, Pat Willis, I think, is an 87 speed, but he has, decent stuff going on with him in other aspects. He's stronger and stuff like that, better block shedding. But when you look overall at everything that's happening, you have to understand, if you chose Devin White the same way that I did, if you can keep him in the game, that's fine because the speed is huge. But at the same time, if you chose like Derwin James, you chose the running back, whatever else you did, you have to make that decision that's best for your team. So as other cards come out, the value is naturally going to be lost and you're going to have to be waiting for the next Gauntlet. Okay, now, when does the next Gauntlet come out? We could go ahead, we can guess, we can say whatever. We don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? The way that everything's been working out, it can be here today, it can be here tomorrow, Series 3, whatever. I don't know. What I do know is there are going to be several other Gauntlets coming and you're going to be able to upgrade these cards. Now, when you look at it with that aspect and you go over to the Gauntlet section, right? These are the players. Now, let's just talk really quickly about these players and why none of them make sense for the most part, except for Devin White. Juju Smith-Schuster, I don't even know what he's doing as far as Steelers go. I don't know what he's doing, but he's been having a very disappointing year. So if EA gives him upgrades, it's just going to be because they want to give him upgrades. All right, Leonard Fournette, we all know it's all about Gardner Minshew. You know what I'm saying? Leonard Fournette doing whatever. I don't know what he's doing, but some games he's good. He couldn't get a yard in one of those other games a couple weeks ago. I don't know what he's doing. Ed Oliver Jr., decent speed, whatever, but he's still not Alan Page. Devin White, he's right up there. Hit, power, speed, all that good stuff. Derwin James, do you really want another strong safety? Most of you guys are Mutt Masters, right? Let me know if you're a Mutt Master. Write Mutt Master in the comment if you're a Mutt Master. I'm pretty sure the comment section is going to be filled with Mutt Master because mostly every game I go into, I see Pat Tillman. So, okay, and then you got Polamalu. So is Derwin James really somebody that you want? Probably not. It's probably absolutely not. So, with that being said, it becomes very difficult to kind of maneuver your team because you realistically, as they get upgraded, it's probably going to only be Devin White that you're going to be really concerned with. I highly doubt that Juju Smith-Schuster is going to get upgrades. It's going to make you say, yo, bro, okay, I want this guy. Leonard Fournette, maybe, but then by that time, as the Gauntlet continues to go on, will he be relevant? Okay, these guys, he actually meets a lot of the thresholds, but would he be relevant based on the cards that we actually are getting, upgrades from regularly? The Saquon Barkley's, they're probably going to be putting out Barry Sanders. There's so many other cards that are estimated to be coming out soon. It's really difficult. So this is what I suggest, right? Depending on your team, it's very few of you guys that don't have Mutt Master. If you do not have Mutt Master, I would recommend probably getting Jamal Adams. I had him, I raid sold him, I don't regret it, it is what it is. We've moved on from it, bro, the dude's gone, okay? But with these 2 players right here, there really is, honestly, I don't see any reason to even look at Derwin James, okay? So if you have Mutt Master, this doesn't apply to you. It obviously just doesn't, okay? If you do not have Mutt Master, I would recommend Jamal Adams before I go Derwin James. That's just me, point blank period, over, end of story, all right? as you go through it, like the running back situation, I still love Saquon. I think he's, you know, he's fine. You could obviously see that I have, where is he? You can see that I have Devin White in there. Patrick Willis, you know, I have to use it for my 49ers chem. So like, this is the situation, right? You can't really bother stuff that's working. And the 49er chem, if I were to get, say I got his Redux card, right? He would actually be a formidable player to be out there putting in work, because he pretty much has a lot of the stuff. Like when you go, let's go take a look at his Madden 10 card, because that's something that's very, very interesting. And you guys have also asked about it. Like, is it something that I would be willing to do, like with a power-up pass that's coming very soon? Like, would I use my 92 overall power-up pass to get this guy? Because he would go immediately to a 90 speed. The sprinter, plus I have the 49ers. Okay, now with Series 3, we're also supposed to be getting a physical chem slot with John Madden coach. So that would make him 91 speed. But let's look at some of his numbers. Now, obviously the finesse moves is a joke. Block shedding, we would have to change from lockdown to probably, you know, one of the rushing defenses ones, and see what we could do with that, because they didn't really give him good zone. They didn't give him, you know, good man either. Lockdown kind of helps that out a little bit. But ultimately, you see that hit power? You see, you actually put him over that threshold. From an 85, you get him up to a 90. All right, 91. So that also increases your chances of fumbles. Would I put Enforcer on him? No, I would not. I've learned the hard way to kind of, you have to gear yourself based on what most players do. And the one thing that I can tell you is you need your edge rushers to have the abilities, okay? Your edge rushers have to be that deal, because everything starts and ends with them. If it's a running quarterback, if it's a guy that just wants to run, you know, stretch every snap, all of these things that go on into your game, you have to look at it and make sure that you have the right players. That's the one thing that I want to make sure that I'm very, very clear with. Do not just get players because they have high overall ratings. Look at the attributes, because you see this, like, where's his block shedding? He's an 87, right? Wouldn't you rather have somebody with a 90 plus block shedding? So again, the only reason that he's there right now is simply because I need the 49ers chem. Now, when you look at Ray Lewis, because I chose to bench Devin White for Ray Lewis, let's look at Ray Lewis's card. And let's just estimate what he's actually doing in the game. Because remember, if you don't send everybody and you're running 3-4, say you just like, you know, you come out and you're like, you know what, I feel like being a devil. I'm going to run cover 4 drop the entire game, and I'm going to send Ray Lewis and 2 other people. He has the potential with those numbers in block shed to do whatever he wants, because he's at the 90 threshold, okay? His play rec is good. He'll know if it's a screenplay, whatever, you keep him in the zone, he'll do, like, his zone coverage is 71, but let me just point this out, right? If for whatever reason you leave him in coverage, his play rec, you know, being able to determine if it's play action, run, pass, whatever, is very, very high. So more than likely, he's still going to make a play. I just want to point that out. 90 excel, 90 speed. So if you have a Devin White on your team right now, and you see that Ray Lewis is going for 300 and change, and you can afford Ray Lewis, you would know at this point you're getting a much better player. Now, when Gauntlet players increase, when the next Gauntlet comes out, what do you do then? Remember, this card is going to go convert to training after this whole thing is over. I don't know what the conversion rate is going to be. Some of you guys are saying it's going to still be whatever the number is. I don't know what EA is doing. And I'm not going to actually like try to figure it out. I'm just going to wait for them to do what they're doing. But would you have more value if you rage sold Ray Lewis after this promo was over? Probably. You know what I'm saying? Probably you would. So that would make sense. So either way, Devin White, if you look at the zone, you look at the hit power, you look, the major thing is block shed. The play rec is also kind of low, but you know, whatever. It doesn't really matter about that. The tackle is 90, so I believe it like Ray Lewis being a 95 being chemmed, like it's not the same thing as the card. And I was, you know, we got into a lot of arguments with that in 19. And I just want to show you guys something really quickly. If the chem stats meant so much, they would allow you to continue to upgrade the player with abilities based on, you know, the chemmed up numbers. So look, you see like when you go here and you go down and it tells you like, you know, you got to achieve a 95 overall, whatever, you got to achieve a 99, those type of things. What happens is when you start at the first one, right, and you start to look, achieve a 99 overall, 99, like all these things, right? You see like how his tackle is a 90? That tackle being chemmed with blue doesn't apply. It has to be part of what this is in order for it to work. So you see, when you look at the tackle that he has, where is it? Where's the tackle at? Why don't I see tackling here? I see play recognition, man coverage, injury, hit power. Why don't I see his tackling? His tackling is actually a 90. Okay, his tackle is 93. So this is what happens, right? These are the numbers that really matter, except for when it comes to like speed. Because Randy Moss runs a lot faster with the 49ers chem and sprinter, even though it doesn't show on this. But you got to be very, very careful just looking at the chem numbers, because it's a reason why they don't use the chem numbers to let you upgrade these things. It all goes by, you know, what he achieves as far as what that screen shows. So I wanted to go ahead and clear that up, because a lot of people are new to Madden and they're like, yo, Gmia, why can't I unlock this? And he's chemmed, and you know, I have him with like the, you know, extra block shedding. I have all that stuff and it's not showing up. It's because the computer naturally goes based on what this tier upgrade shows, not what the other upgrades show. All right, so that's just something I wanted to make sure that you guys are fully aware of. Now, with that being said, what can we expect with the next upgrade of the players? What are you gonna do right now if you're saying, you know what, I really want to replace this guy, you know, I want to get Jamal Adams, I want to get rid of Derwin James. Maybe you're a Chargers fan, you want that. Would it be beneficial for you to actually quick sell the player? Because I believe that these guys, well, I don't even know if they have quick sell values, but it wouldn't make much sense to keep them there with the way that the market is currently with all these other players in their same positions. Okay, Leonard Fournette, yeah, he gets all that power stuff and everything, but Saquon Barkley is unbelievable. And I'm trying to tell everybody that, like, you got to understand with the way that the cards are and the way the game is, these players have the opportunity every single week to get new cards. Now, the only thing that would make me rage is if they give Saquon a limited, like the way they did Aaron Rodgers, and you don't get to do the full upgrade. That becomes a situation where it's like, what are you talking about? Because now when it's a limited, you can't add it into the power-up, which I understand what they're saying. They want to give you a card that by itself is a really good card. You can use it. Once you're done with it, get rid of it. It's seamless. But it really does hurt people that are powering up their players. It really just does. It absolutely 100% does. Unless they make the limited so OP that it's ridiculous for a while, it really hurts us as players, because we kind of depend on the power-up and getting those boosted stats. For instance, with Aaron Rodgers, right? I love what he's doing for me right now. He can't get conductor, he can't do a lot of other things, but he's pretty good. Why don't I have, hold up, what do I have here? Is go deep, right? Hold up, why isn't that other guy in? I thought that I put, what's his name in there? Kyler Murray. Yeah, Kyler Murray, my bad, bro. I thought you was in the game. I don't know what this is about. You're supposed to have been in the game. But yeah, it is what it is. But everybody was good anyway. So 31, 25, all right, we good. Madden pass and everything is good. So what happens is, because he's a limited card, I get everything that I want from him, but I can't add him into the power-up. And they made it so that this card is exactly the same to where the power-up is right now. But the beauty of it is, like I said, you can get rid of it when you don't want it, etc., but you can't do anything else with it afterwards. Now, it's always just a sitting 250K, so that's fine. I don't know why they reduced it from 500, because that doesn't make any sense, but whatever. It is what it is. He is going to do what he needs to do for right now. What happens if they give him a regular upgrade later and I don't have the power-up? Now I'm in a situation where I got to sell this guy, go all the way back from the beginning, and start to power him up again. So these are the type of things that you guys have to understand when you're starting to go through these cycles with your players. And the ultimate thing that I want you guys to understand, like legitimately, is that make sure that you really are... What spin cycle? What? Bro, what is this guy's spin move? Why would they even put spin cycle there? That just seems really, really weird. Like, looking at spin cycle right there is like, okay, are you serious? Yeah, that's pretty wild. Where is conductor though? Why don't I see QB playmaker? QB play 99 over. What does that do? Immediate and precise playmaker reactions. That's crazy. No look deadeye. And why do they have a thing with armbar for him? That's definitely weird. But like I was telling you guys before, I'm trying to see if so it doesn't look like he's ever going to be able to get conductor. He'll get gunslinger, but it doesn't look like he'll be able to get conductor. This dashing deadeye is really, really good though. If you want to just run around like an idiot and just throw the ball off your back foot, that is something that's really, really decent to do if you wanted to do. He gets fast break at 82 speed. Yeah, okay. Escape artist at 82 speed. That's crazy. Aaron Rodgers, bulldozer. Okay, yeah, we don't need to be looking at this anymore. But that's pretty much like what I'm trying to explain to you guys as far as keeping your cards and getting rid of them. If you know your cards are going to get additional abilities eventually and they are power-ups, that's fine. But this right here, I just want to make sure you guys, I pointed out to you guys, the limiteds are not eligible for power-ups. Some of you guys weren't familiar with that. I just want to let you guys understand that it is a thing. So you either get the card that's a limited and use it up and then get rid of it when it's time, or you go the other route and you see what you can do with the power-up. Again, the Aaron Rodgers power-up to where you can go right now with the ultimate kickoff card is the same exact stats as this card right here. Okay, so that's pretty much point blank period, end of story. That's where we are with it. So in my opinion, I would replace your free Gauntlet players with anybody that's decent right now, that's part of the most feared promo, and just hold on to the card until it's time to sell. All right, time to sell will probably be right after Halloween, because there's going to be other cards, obviously the new team of the week. It's so many other things happening. You can go from there, but I gave you prime examples. For those of you guys that are writing Mutt Master in the comments, we obviously know we don't need Derwin James. Many of us got the free Saquon Barkley with the Mutt Heroes. We don't need that. The D tackle, I still love Alan Page. Devin White is a goon, and Juju Smith-Schuster, I don't know what he's doing. So at the end of the day, I would replace them right now and just see what happens as the Gauntlet upgrades them, and then we go from there. And that's pretty much where we are with it, guys. As always, you can follow me on Twitter for up-to-date news with Madden Ultimate Team at GmiasWorld. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitch, and let me know what's going on with your day. Until next time, you guys be safe. One love, y'all.